Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
Willpower is very important for everyone. It is the power to control your attention, your feelings, and what you want or desire. Having good willpower helps in many parts of life. It helps your physical health and how good you are with money. It affects your relationships with family and friends. It also helps you succeed in your job or studies. We all know we should control many things like what we eat, what we do, what we say, and what we buy. But most people feel like they fail at willpower sometimes. One moment we feel in control, but the next moment we feel weak. We give in to things we wanted to avoid. The American Psychological Association says this lack of willpower is the #1 reason people find it hard to meet their goals. Many people feel guilty about this. They feel they let themselves and other people down. Sometimes life feels like a constant, hard struggle to stay in control. This book uses science to help you understand your willpower better. New ideas from science show how self-control works inside your brain and body. Science helps explain why we give in to temptation. It shows why we sometimes delay doing important things. When you understand why you lose control, you can find better ways to manage your choices and reach your goals. You can use this book like a personal experiment. It will help you learn about your own actions and habits. You can try the ideas and strategies in each chapter. See what works best for you. You do not need to believe everything right away. Test the ideas in your own life. Collect information like a scientist studying something interesting. We will look closely at the most common willpower mistakes people make. We often use ways to control ourselves that do not work well. Sometimes these ways actually make things worse. We will explore why we make these mistakes. Most importantly, we will discover practical ways to fix them and build stronger willpower. To get the most from this book, please choose one personal willpower challenge to focus on. Think about something specific you want to change. Do you want to start doing something more often, like exercising? This is an I will challenge. Do you want to break a habit like smoking or eating too much junk food? This is an I won't challenge. Or maybe you have an important goal you want to give more energy to. This is an I want challenge. Choose one challenge now. You can use it as you read and try the ideas. 2. What is willpower? Willpower helps us control ourselves. It is not just one thing, it has 3 important parts. Understanding these parts helps us use our willpower better. The first part is I will power. This is the power to do things that are difficult or boring. Maybe you need to finish your homework, clean your room, or go for a run. Part of you does not want to do it. I will power helps you start the task and keep going, even when it feels hard. The second part is I won't power. This is the power to say no to things you should not do. Think about wanting to eat a big piece of cake when you are trying to eat healthy food. Or maybe you want to buy something expensive when you need to save money. I won't power helps you stop yourself from doing things that go against your goals. The third part is I want power. This part is about remembering what is important to you. It helps you remember your main goals. When you face a difficult choice or a temptation, I want power reminds you what you truly care about in the long term. For example, you might want to be healthier, finish school, or have better relationships. Remembering this want gives you strength for your I will and I won't challenges. These three powers work together. Where does this willpower come from? A specific part of your brain helps with self-control. This part is called the prefrontal cortex. It is located at the front of your brain, behind your forehead. The prefrontal cortex helps you pay attention, make choices, and control your actions. Its main job is often to help you do the harder thing when an easier option is available. Different areas in the prefrontal cortex manage the three powers. One area helps with I will power, helping you stick to tasks. Another area handles I won't power, stopping you from acting on every impulse. A third area takes care of I want power, keeping track of your goals and what you desire for your future. Sometimes it feels like we have two different minds inside us. One mind wants pleasure right now. It focuses on what feels good immediately. It might tell you to eat the cake or watch more television. The other mind thinks about the future. It understands your long-term goals, like being healthy or successful. This mind helps you control your impulses and delay gratification. These two minds often disagree. This disagreement is what makes willpower challenges difficult. Part of you wants one thing, and another part wants something different. Understanding that you have these two selves is very important. Knowing yourself and recognizing when these two minds are fighting helps you manage your impulses and make choices that are better for you in the long run. Self-awareness is a key step to better self-control. 3. Your body and willpower. Willpower is not only in your mind. Your body plays a big part in self-control. When you face a challenge, like saying no to something tempting, your body reacts. Understanding this reaction can help you have more willpower. Sometimes your body reacts to stress with a fight-or-flight response. This is like a danger response. It happens when you feel danger outside yourself, maybe like seeing a scary animal. Your heart beats fast, you get lots of energy to run or fight, and you act quickly without thinking too much. This response is helpful for real danger. But it is not helpful for resisting temptation inside you. It makes you act on your first feeling or impulse. There is another body response for willpower challenges. It is called the pause and plan response. This happens when you have a conflict inside, like wanting something you know is not good for your goals. This response helps you slow down. Your body becomes calmer. Energy goes to your brain, especially the part for thinking and making good choices, the prefrontal cortex. This helps you pause and plan your actions. It gives you time to use your self-control. How do we know if our body is ready for self-control? We can look at something called heart rate variability, or HRV. This just means how much your heart speed changes a little bit when you breathe in and out. When your heart rate changes more, you have high HRV. High HRV often means you have more willpower energy stored up, like a reserve tank. People with higher HRV are often better at controlling themselves. When HRV is low, self-control is usually harder. Stress is a big enemy of willpower. When you are very stressed, your body often goes into the fight-or-flight mode. This lowers your HRV. Your brain focuses on problems outside, not on controlling yourself inside. It is much harder to make wise choices or resist temptation when you feel stressed. Learning to manage stress helps keep your willpower strong. You can make your willpower stronger just like exercising makes a muscle stronger. Exercise is very good for your willpower. It makes your body and brain healthier and better prepared for self-control challenges. Even a short walk can help reduce stress and increase your willpower reserve. Getting enough good sleep is also very important. When you are tired, your brain doesn't work as well and willpower gets weak. Good sleep helps restore your energy for self-control the next day. Relaxing is another great way to build your willpower energy. When you relax, your body gets calm and recovers from stress. This helps store up energy for the next time you need self-control. Taking just a few minutes each day to truly relax can make a big difference to your willpower reserve. 4. Willpower gets tired. Think about your willpower like a muscle. When you use a muscle a lot, it gets tired. Willpower works in the same way. If you use your willpower many times during the day, it can get tired too. For example, trying hard to be nice to a difficult person might make it harder to say no to a sweet snack later. Self-control is often strongest in the morning and gets weaker through the day. This happens to everyone. Using your willpower uses up energy in your brain and body. It's like when your muscles use energy to lift something heavy. When you make difficult choices or resist temptations, your brain works hard and uses its fuel. Brain scientists found that this fuel is a kind of sugar energy in your blood. When this sugar energy gets low, your willpower gets weaker. In one study, people who did a hard self-control task had lower blood sugar after. They then found it harder to do the next task. But when they drank a sugary drink, their willpower came back for a short time. Why does low sugar energy make willpower weak? Your brain needs energy for many jobs. Self-control uses a lot of energy. When the brain feels its energy getting low, it tries to save fuel. It stops using energy for the hardest job first, which is often self-control. It's like saving money when you don't have much. Also, a long time ago, low blood sugar meant there was no food around. The brain learned to act fast and take risks to find food, not wait patiently. So when sugar energy is low today, the brain still pushes you to act quickly and take what you can get now. But does feeling tired mean you have zero willpower? Not always. Think about runners in a long race. They feel very tired, but they can often keep going. Sometimes, feeling tired is just a feeling the brain creates to make us stop and save energy. It doesn't always mean the energy is completely gone. If you have a strong reason or motivation, you might find extra strength. The good news is you can train your willpower muscle. Like exercise makes body muscles stronger over time, using your willpower can make it stronger too. You don't need to do very hard things. Small exercises every day can build your willpower strength. For example, you could try to sit up straight when you usually relax your back. You could use your left hand for simple things if you usually use your right hand. Or you could keep track of something you normally ignore, like how much money you spend each day. These small practices teach your brain to notice what you are doing and choose the harder thing sometimes. This makes your willpower muscle stronger for your big goals too. 5. Being good can be bad. Sometimes, when you try hard to be good, it makes you want to be bad later. This idea sounds strange, but it happens often. Psychologists call it moral licensing. It means that doing something good gives you permission in your mind to do something not so good afterwards. For example, maybe you go for a long run. You feel good about exercising. Later, you see a cake. You might think, I exercised today, so I deserve this cake. Or maybe you work very hard on a project in the morning. In the afternoon, you might feel it is okay to waste time online because you were so good earlier. You feel like you have earned a treat or a break. This feeling can make you act against your bigger goals, like losing weight or finishing your project. Making progress towards your goal can also be a trap. When you see you have made some progress, like saving some money or eating healthy food for a few days, you feel good. This good feeling can make you relax too much. You might think, I am doing well, so I can spend a little money now, or I can eat something unhealthy today. The part of you that wants to reach the goal feels happy with the progress. This lets the other part of you, the part that wants pleasure now, become stronger. To avoid this trap, it helps to focus on why you have the goal. Think about your commitment. Why is the goal important to you? Remembering your reason helps you stay strong when you feel tempted. Don't just think about the steps you have finished. Think about why you started. We also give ourselves permission to be bad today because we plan to be good tomorrow. Maybe you plan to start a diet on Monday. Does this make you eat more on Sunday? Many people think, I will eat healthy food tomorrow, so it's okay to eat this burger today. Or, I will exercise tomorrow, so I can skip it today. We often think our future self will have more willpower than our present self. This optimism about tomorrow lets us make bad choices today. Another trick our mind plays is called the halo effect. This happens when something bad seems okay because it has a little bit of good in it. Imagine cookies that say low fat on the box. Because low fat sounds healthy like a halo, people often eat more cookies than usual. They think the cookies are not so bad. Or if you order a big, unhealthy burger but add a small side salad, the salad's halo makes the whole meal seem healthier. It might even feel like the salad cancels out some of the burger's calories, but it doesn't. Words like organic, natural, or buy one get one free can also act like halos, making us feel better about choices that might go against our goals. Being good is great, but we need to be careful. Feeling good about our actions can sometimes lead us to forget our main goals and give in to temptation. Knowing about these mental tricks can help us make better choices. 6. Wanting is not liking. Sometimes we really want something, like a sweet cake or a new phone. Our brain has a special system that makes us feel this wanting. This system uses a chemical messenger called dopamine. When you see something you might like, your brain releases dopamine. It feels like excitement. It tells you, go get that, it will make you happy. Dopamine creates the feeling of wanting or desire, but this is not the same as happiness or liking. Dopamine makes you interested and makes you want to act. It promises that something will feel good. Imagine seeing a picture of a delicious pizza. Dopamine makes you want the pizza. It makes you think about how good it will taste. But the dopamine feeling is the wanting, not the enjoyment of eating the pizza. This strong feeling of wanting is called the promise of reward. Dopamine gives your brain this promise. It says, if you get this thing, you will feel great. This promise is very powerful. It makes us do things. It makes us work hard to get the reward. This brain system is very old. It helped early humans survive by pushing them to find food and other important things. Today, our world is full of things that trigger dopamine. Shops, food companies, and technology companies know how to use this brain system. Foods with lots of sugar and fat cause a big dopamine release. Seeing sales signs like 50% off in a shop also triggers dopamine. Phones, computers, and video games constantly offer new information or small rewards. This keeps our dopamine system active and makes it hard to stop looking or playing. We keep checking for messages or playing one more level, hoping for that promised reward. Companies use dopamine triggers to make us want things. Have you ever smelled nice bread baking near a shop? Sometimes companies use special smells to make you feel hungry and want to buy their food. Free food samples in supermarkets also trigger dopamine because they promise a reward, free food. These tricks make us want things more, even if we don't need them. But wanting is not always a happy feeling. The dopamine system can also make us feel stressed or worried. When dopamine is released, it also sends signals to the part of the brain that controls stress. So wanting something very much can feel stressful, like you must have it. The feeling of wanting can be strong and uncomfortable until you get the reward. This is the brain's big lie. We often think that wanting something means it will bring us real happiness. The promise of reward feels so strong that we believe it. But often, the actual experience is not as good as the promise. We might eat the whole cake but not feel truly happy afterwards. We might buy something new but the excitement disappears quickly. Understanding that wanting is not the same as liking helps us make better choices. We can see the promise of reward but know it might not be the true path to happiness. 7. Feeling bad is not good. When we feel bad, like stressed, sad, or worried, our brain often wants a reward. We think something nice will make us feel better. Many people eat, drink alcohol, shop, watch TV, or use the internet when they feel stressed. The American Psychological Association found that people use these things often, but they also say these things do not really help them feel better for long. For example, eating chocolate might make some people feel guilty later, not happy. Stress makes it harder to say no to temptations. When you feel stressed, your brain looks for something it thinks will bring pleasure. Things you normally like might seem even better when you are stressed. Your brain thinks getting the reward is the only way to feel better. This is why someone worried about money might go shopping, or someone feeling bad about their weight might eat more food. Wanting to feel better becomes more important than self-control. Sometimes thinking about scary things like death makes us want comfort. This idea is called terror management. When news reports talk about dangers or death, it can make people feel unsafe. To feel better, they might buy expensive things to feel powerful or eat comfort food. Even warnings about health dangers can backfire. For example, warnings on cigarette packs can make smokers feel scared. This stress can make them want a cigarette more because smoking is their way to handle stress. Making one mistake can also lead to more problems. This is called the what the hell effect. Imagine someone is on a diet and eats one cookie. They feel bad and think, I already broke my diet, so what the hell, I will eat the whole box. Feeling guilty about a small mistake makes people give up. They do the thing they feel bad about even more, hoping it will make them feel better, but it often makes them feel worse. Guilt does not help self-control. It makes willpower weaker. When people feel guilty, They often look for comfort and might return to the same bad habit. What helps people recover from a mistake is self-forgiveness. Being kind to yourself after you slip up helps you get back to your goal. Studies show that people who forgive themselves are less likely to make the same mistake again. They learn from the failure instead of just feeling bad. Self-forgiveness gives you strength, while being too hard on yourself often leads back to the what the hell effect. 8. Using your willpower. We have learned many things about willpower. We know that stress makes self-control harder. Knowing yourself and why you make certain choices is very important. Willpower also uses energy like a muscle when you exercise. It can get tired. Trying hard to push away difficult thoughts or feelings often does not work. Accepting them can sometimes be better. One big challenge is how we think about our future. Often, the person you will be next year or in 10 years feels like a different person, like a stranger. Because this future person feels far away, it is easy to make choices now that give you pleasure but might cause problems for your future self. Think about saving money. It might feel like you are giving money to a stranger instead of saving it for yourself later. To make better choices for the long term, try to connect with your future self. Think about what that person wants. Imagine your future self thanking you for the good choices you make today. We are also changed by the people around us. Sometimes habits, both good and bad, can spread between friends and family. This is called social proof. We often copy what others do because we want to belong to the group. If everyone around you is doing something, it feels normal. You can use this to help your willpower. Spend time with people who have good self-control. Find friends or groups that support your goals. Seeing others succeed can help you succeed too. Self-awareness is still one of your most important tools. Pay attention to the choices you make every day. When you see your choices clearly, you understand yourself better. You can see when you are tired, stressed, or tempted. This awareness helps you pause and use your willpower wisely. Sometimes you will fail. You might give in to temptation or put something off. This happens to everyone. When you make a mistake, it is very important to be kind to yourself. Feeling very guilty or angry at yourself often makes things worse. It can make you feel hopeless and want to give up completely. Instead, try self-compassion. Understand that mistakes are normal. Think about what you would say to a good friend in the same situation. Being kind helps you learn from the mistake and get back on track. There is no single secret to perfect self-control. Different ideas work for different people and different challenges. The best plan is to keep experimenting. Try different strategies from this book. See what helps you the most. Be like a scientist studying yourself. Pay attention, learn, and keep trying. Use the ideas that work best for you. Which idea in this book has been the most surprising or helpful for you so far?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.